Hey everybody, how are you doing tonight on this fine winning Sunday night? Well, thanks everybody for joining. I am your host Peter Brown, and tonight we're going to celebrate a win at home. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and so we got lots to talk about. But of course, like always, I don't do this by myself. Let's welcome in everybody's favorite uncle, Uncle Ed. Ed, how you doing?
Downtown Peter Brown, man, I'm so excited that we finally got a win, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to the game. And just so you guys know, one of my daughters got married, so we stayed up pretty late, and I was ready to head back, and we had to return some of the rental stuff that we had, and unfortunately, Uncle Ed was not able to make it on time.
See,
So I was ready, man. I had my Southern Legion scarf on, and my pink shirt and my hat, and I didn't make it out there, Peter.
See, I thought, when me and my wife left, we thought seems like a good time. It seems like it's dying down a little bit, and let's go. We got a long drive, all that, and it sounds like I was just getting started.
It was just getting started, man. There was an after party after the wedding.
Right,
so
right.
I saw
We're
the
the
sun
cool
come
kids.
up.
For all the cool kids. That's where us old people need to go home and go to bed, which is what I did.
The cool kids and the old guy, which is me. So they took out the aguardiente. It got pretty, heated up.
That
And
aguardiente, I saw it moving around.
Peter, I was supposed to go with all these people that
Yes.
were here, but nobody got up. So it was just going to be me basically going. And like I said, the rental guys showed up right when I was ready to leave, and nothing was taken apart. So supposedly they were going to show up a lot later, but no, they were there. So they were to charge us more if they had to come back. So of course, Uncle Ed had to take everything apart, and it took forever. So I wasn't able to go to the game, but we got the win, Peter. And it just happens. Go ahead, say it.
There seems to be a thing there going on. It's I think the first time it was brought to everybody's attention was my wife, and because you arrived at a game late, and the minute you're walking up the stairs, the other team, and I don't remember who it was, the other team scores, and I think we lost that game. I think we lost that game. And then
as a matter of fact,
you've missed a couple of games, and those two games that you've missed, we win. There's a thing there, Ed.
Should I not show up? Is that what
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we need to think about that. Well, anyways, we'll talk a lot about that tonight. Talk about as much as you guys want about the Atlanta game. Plus, I put in the title also, there's some things to talk about with Miami Freedom Park as the vote is coming up this coming Thursday. I mean, it's supposed to. It was supposed to have already happened 3 other times. But so we could talk a little bit about that. I've got some thoughts. And there was an article in the Sun Sentinel that made me think a little bit more. Plus, whatever you guys want to talk about as well in the chat. So if you want to be active in the chat, do so. We will we'll go with what you guys have to talk about there. Plus, we've got the voicemail ready to go. And so far, it looks like I've got about 5 voicemails that we'll play. And so we'll sprinkle those throughout the show. And before we get into who's in the chat, let's say a big thank you to our sponsor, and that's Caneswear. And I know I got a chance, Ed, to meet Esteban Dito today, and he said he went to Caneswear and mentioned Football Miami TV, bought some gear, and you could do the same thing. The store's in Davie, so if you're driving up from Miami, this is a great place to stop before or after the game, depending on what time the game is. Stop, pick up some good quality Inter Miami stuff for a nice price. Mention Football Miami TV and get a 10% discount. Just mention FMTV 10. And you can do that online as well if you want. Go to caneswear.com and mention that, type in that code, and you can get a discount. So if you want to leave a voicemail, call 786-474-4435. So, Ed, who's in the chat?
Peter Brown, it's so funny because I went into the wrong video for some reason. I'm like, wait, I was like, I'm not wearing that right now. And then I realized, oh, I'm on the wrong video. So now, I got my trusty phone with me, and so I
Okay.
can read everybody who's on there. And, we always talk about how there's a chat before the
Yes.
show starts. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, some of them dropped off. And as I got back into the real chat, they dropped off. So,
Mm.
um, but let's start with Diego Marino. Thanks for listening and watching our ugly mugs. There's your buddy Esteban Dido. He met up with you.
Yeah.
He's saying,
Yeah. Met Esteban, and really super nice guy. I know sometimes he comes off on this on the chat a little negative at times, but nah, he's a really nice guy, good fan, and I was hanging out at the Heineken bar. That's always a good place to find me and you before the game. So if you're at the stadium, stop. Come let us know. Find us. Say hi.
just come up to us. You can buy us a beer if you want.
I'm not asking you to buy me anything.
Well, I'm not asking. I'm saying if you guys want to, you can buy us a beer.
I like to put a face to the name. It's fun.
Yeah, it's good. But anyways, he's talking about that he met up with Peter Brown, downtown Peter Brown. He also met up with Mr. Caballero.
Yes.
And he's saying that after that, he even went to Caneswear.
Yes.
Nice. Anyways, we also see Anthony Ornelas on there. How you doing, Anthony? We've got Jazz Fusion. He's always following us as well. We've got Kata. Kata is also on there. He's a person we haven't seen in a while. Kevin Gonzalez. How you doing, Kevin? And we got, let's see, I think we already mentioned this guy. Let's see, we got B King. Good old Brian King. He was the one that gave us some tickets, which we gave away to somebody.
Nice, thank you.
I hope they enjoy it. They enjoyed the tickets. Chris Arjun, if you haven't seen him, he's the guy taking all those cool pictures. Be sure to say hi to him.
And it's funny, now I know he knows obviously where we sit because he's taken a picture of us from wherever he is. I have no clue where he is, but he knows where we are. So I'm like, oh, got to be careful. No yawning, because he thinks he caught me that one time.
He'll call you out.
Yeah. No yawning, no picking your nose, no nothing, because he's going to take a picture.
Got to be in your best, yeah. No, that picking nose thing. Guyver is also with us. We One World, One Goal. She's always following us. Alex Z is with us. Peter Brown's favorite food, jet pancake. Yeah. And we got Judge Dredd the Law. How you doing, Judge? Pablo Coppola is also with us. Our buddy Steve Munoz, who's always in there with the supporters. We got Jose Velasquez, who's also another guy that's in there. And let's see, a new Wiseman, dude. Did you come anew to the game?
There weren't that many Atlanta fans at the game this time. There was a traitor amongst the fans, though.
Oh yeah,
and I saw somebody tweet something about that, which I thought was pretty funny. Max Ramos, who is a former Inter Miami supporter, was very involved with the supporters clubs.
He was there with us back in the day when we were trying to bring soccer to South Florida. And what happened to the guy?
I can't believe how quickly that guy turned his back. I mean, I get he moved. Okay, you moved to Atlanta. Great. But the way I look at it is, you could support Atlanta a little bit maybe if you want, but the rule should be like, unless they play against my old team. I mean, that's the team. That's your team. Unless, you support Miami first. That's where he's from. He was very involved in the beginnings of this club and stuff like that. And that kid is just a turncoat. My God.
Yeah, dude. Benedict Arnold, if I ever saw one. So too bad I didn't see Max out there because I didn't go today because I really would have wanted to have some words with that fella. But, let him know, guys. Send him this video. And next time we play Atlanta, let's interview him.
All right.
I want to. I want to have a little word with that
Well,
fella.
that's funny. He's here. Hang on a second. There was somebody that here. I'll just share this. There was somebody that had a word for him,
Whoa! There you go.
and that was the word for Max.
Mm-hmm.
This one's for you, Max Ramos.
1991. So you guys send him a message and let him know that he's a
Yeah,
Benedictine.
I thought that was hilarious.
And good fun. Max is
Yeah,
a big guy,
yeah,
but
it was funny.
Why in tarnation did you turn your back on us, Max?
All right, how do I get back?
You don't do that. Anyways, nice for you to put up that picture too.
Yeah.
We got also Bruno Vieira. He's also watching our ugly mugs. Your buddy and mine, Eric Thomas, who's coming down for a game pretty soon. That's gonna be pretty cool. Can't wait to see him. He's a good guy. A good friend up north, Richard Greenberg.
I was just before this. I was watching Toronto get beat up by New York City FC.
Oh wow! What was the score?
4-2 New York.
High scoring game. I like those. Also want to say hello to Gael Padra. Padra, I think it is. How you doing? And let's see who else we got here. And did I say Anthony Ornelas already? Well, I just mentioned him again.
I don't know.
So that's it for now.
A new answered you, Ed. Couldn't go.
Oh, we missed you, man.
And you know what I had to say to that is, take that, Anu. You guys lost.
We got you this time.
Take that, Anu. Suckers.
No, but it's all in good fun.
Hey, in all reality, I for most of the game, I thought Atlanta was the better team. They were high pressing every time Miami had the ball. Inter Miami was on them. I'm sorry, Atlanta was on them. They were dangerous. Their player number 15, he's Guzman. He's a defender, but he was very active in the attack. They definitely had us scared. But
yeah, look, a new is mentioning that we're talking smack.
Because we almost, we can, but it very easily could have.
Atlanta was dominating, and look, did you see the score again? Richard Greenberg said, "Sorry, 5-4 for New York City."
Wow!
Holy smokes!
Yeah, when I walked away from the game, it was I think 4-2 New York. So that was a high school. There's no defense in that game.
No, it was just going back and forth and scoring. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I agree with Anthony. Atlanta had all the opportunities, but no finish.
No finish.
Exactly.
And that's what I was talking to Peter about right before we got on the show, is that we've got somebody that can score now.
Campana is hot. He is the hot. And what's funny is earlier in the season, maybe it just took him a little while to get that confidence, took that first goal. Because him being a countryman of yours, you're pulling for him, but I think you felt a little let down in the beginning, and we were okay with him sitting on the bench. Now it's how dare you think about putting him on the bench? Interesting thing today, Ed. I don't know if this came across on the TV, but when they took Campana out and they brought in Higuain, the boos started.
Wow! No, I can hear it.
Were booing Higuain.
Wow!
Yeah. How about that?
That sucks. Poor guy, man. That must feel like crap. I mean, he got cheered on so many teams, and he comes to Miami, and people are not like them. Well, also because they probably shouldn't have changed him for Campana, because Campana, let him finish out the game.
I mean, I'm guessing it's just because he's played a lot. Like, so, he played, a lot. And he's been starting every game. He played in the Tuesday night game, against Miami FC, which we barely won as well, but we move on in the Open Cup.
And it's
Kata says it was a small amount of booze. I don't know. Depends, I guess, on where you sit, because maybe they were all coming from my area, because it sounded loud to me. But maybe it's all the people were around me booing.
Were you able to film some of it? That would have been cool.
No, I didn't. I didn't film anything. Yeah, Kata says Campana needed a little rest. Yeah, he's getting a lot of playing time. So,
well, yeah, that's. Well, I was talking about how Taylor Twellman was mentioning how Campana was he was doing some maneuvers which were
Right.
pretty impressive with the ball. And he was saying it's just because, I mean, the guy is scoring. He's just got all the confidence up. And you saw it in that first goal, Peter, where he just, he turned the ball, he turned around and he hit it with his left and he scored. It was a pretty impressive goal, man. You said from your angle you thought it was Robinson?
Yeah, well, when it's happening fast, and Robinson was right there with him. It looked like they were both wanting to go for the ball, and I thought Robinson kind of tapped it down, and then Campana took it and scored. But then on the replay, no, Campana did all of it. Robinson was just right there. They were both kind of vying for the ball.
It could have been either one of them. Yeah.
But Campana's the one that he brought that ball down, turned, and shot. I mean, that was a tough angle. At least it looked tough live. I mean, it was so that was impressive.
It was a nice goal, man.
And then that assist with that he got with Bryce Duke.
I thought he was going to shoot, but you know what? Bryce Dukes was there,
perfect
all by
position,
himself.
Made an easy little tap in for him.
Yeah, so I think he did the right thing. He wasn't being selfish, and yeah, he did the right thing. And again, he's the man of the match.
Yeah. Oh, see, people are backing me up here. Gail says there was a lot of boos. I guess it probably depends on where you're sitting. Diego is saying they hate on Pepita, but last year we were cheering. Yeah, but it's what have you done for me lately? Let's be honest. It's and you know what?
Ricky's on there. How you doing, Ricky? Ricky Ricardo. How you doing, dude?
Hey,
good to see him on there.
As far as Gonzalo, I on this channel at least, we've been critical of him for a long time. I mean, sure, we were happy when he's scoring, but we've always had a problem with his attitude and things like that. And I think that plays a huge part in how the team is playing now. The fact that they don't have his bad attitude bringing them down.
Yeah,
did you knock everything over there?
I knocked something.
Did you just knock it all down?
This place is a mess right now, so I'm just like running into a lot of crap. So, but it's all good.
I was expecting to see everything just shake and the camera going.
No, I've got a nice little sturdy desk here, but yeah, this place is a mess. It's my studio is a garage that was turned into a room. So it's right now it's like a garage. I got tons of stuff in here, but going back to the game, Peter, what were your thoughts? I mean, you're basically telling me that since you were there, you saw a domination by Atlanta.
I thought so.
They just weren't able to score. They had more opportunities than we did.
Yeah, and their top goal scorer, Joseph Martinez. I mean, he's hurt again.
He's out.
So if he was playing, it might be a different story. We might not be teasing a new Weissman. He might be getting that last laugh at us. And also, if it were not for our goalkeeper making some nice saves, Marsman stepped up and did well, and kept us in the game a couple times because it was one of those games where, here's the thing: as I'm watching this, and now we say, okay, they've won their last 4 games, so in all competitions. So you've got to count the Open Cup. So the last 4 games they've played, they've won, and so we can all cheer and everybody's happy. But I still feel like everybody that was complaining about the coach and everybody's complaining about Higuain and stuff like that, a lot of those complaints are still valid. We didn't just all of a sudden fix everything. I think we just got a nice run going. They've got confidence, and Higuain not being on the field, I think helps with the team morale and the confidence. But we're still we still have deficiencies. Our defense still is a wreck at times and gives other teams too many opportunities. So everything is not just all of a sudden fixed because we've won 4 games. We're gonna get snake bit soon, probably, and we're gonna and then it's just as easily to go the other direction and get into a slump. I don't want to be negative today. I want to be and enjoy our win, but we can't get too excited either.
Right, and so what's going to be Higuain's role? I see Ricky's putting something up on about he thinks Higuain should probably stay on the bench. What you think he's going to be like our super sub or something?
Well, I will say the one word that I said to Eric Thomas when he chatted us that earlier in the day. My question was super.
Yeah, he's well.
Super
We know the
sub.
guy knows how to
Yes,
score.
I think a sub. Yes, super. Here's the thing: is what I'm really, what I notice, and I'm sitting there talking to our buddy Julio at both the Miami FC game and this game, is like what I'm noticing. And granted, look, I'm no great tactician. I don't know anything. I'm just a dumb fan. But what I'm noticing, is that with Campana, the wingers have someone to give the ball to. They have a target. With Higuain, he's usually late arriving because he likes to play deep and then can't get up to the top quick enough. So that he's trailing late. And then if he doesn't get that perfect pass, he complains. He did that a little bit today because I think it was Bryce Duke that tried to get him a pass, and it wasn't the best pass. It was behind Higuain. And Higuain starts right away, kind of giving him a little bit of a hard time. So, he's got these expectations that the perfect ball is going to be played to him, and just we're not that team. So, can he be a good sub? I think at this point, until Campana's like not hot anymore, until he goes cold, Higuain's got to be a sub, unless they find a way to play with two up top, and he can hold the ball a little bit and let Campana run off him and still score, and and then they can give it back and forth maybe.
That's the thing. I don't know if I can think of there was a game where they did that. They played. Actually, Higuain was a little bit farther to the back and they kept Campana up, but I don't know if it's gonna work, man. These guys have already started. I mean, they're winning. They've got a different way of playing now, and it's gonna be tough for them to really fit into Forge. I think you're winning. Keep the lineup the way it is, man. Don't change anything. I think we've got a good thing going here. What'd you think about Robinson being taken out so early? I thought he still had a little time.
I thought he had a good game. I mean, the first half, he was playing on my side of the field, and so I was watching him a lot because he's close to where I'm sitting, and he had to track back a lot. I thought he was active. I thought he had a pretty good game. Didn't have any like amazing crosses or anything, but I thought he was very active. I thought he was. I thought he did well. Nothing outstanding, but I thought he did well. And like I said, he had to track back quite a bit because the defense. I saw a message here from Eric that was interesting. Good point. Hey, Peter. One bright note. The reinforcements are back, though. Victor Ulloa, Kieran Gibbs, Emerson, and Jovan Jones are back. I didn't know Jovan Jones was back. But Ulloa got on the field today and looked pretty good. Ulloa's no star player, but he's solid. You know what you're going to get with him. Hard-working player, honest. So that was good to see him back. He got some nice cheers. Some people were happy to see him back.
We've got some more depth, and I think that's what we were worried about before. I think last game they only had like 18 players that went to the Miami FC game.
Right.
So now we've got a lot of players back from injury. Did Higuain? I think he fell back down after the game ended.
Yeah, it looked like. I mean, from what I saw, it looked like he went knee to knee with another player or something. Is that what it was? Knee to knee collision.
They hit his knee. Might be the same knee.
Maybe.
So
maybe he's going to be
kind of sucks.
Hurt again.
You don't seem too worried about that, Darn. Peter. Right? Look, I think it's good to have him on the bench because he might be able to score. I mean. A late winner or score. Something.
We know if he's still got a good shot. I mean, it's not like he's terrible. It's just you've got to. They're playing better without him. That's all I'm saying. It's not like he didn't just forget how to score. He was our number one goal scorer last year. He can score, but the ball's got to be perfectly placed. And but right now, they're playing better without him. That's all. That's all I'd say.
Yeah, they shouldn't change anything. Bryce looked pretty good. Who else? Noah looked for sometimes a little bit off, but I think he did somewhat of a good job. He replaced Robbie Robinson, but he played farther back. What'd you think about any other players that you think looked good from your perspective? Yedlin was the captain, right?
Yedlin was a captain. Yedlin looked solid, like always. I thought
Gregory was suspended, right?
Gregory was yellow card suspension, so he was out, and I think he was missed. I think that's
Yeah.
you know, he would have broken up some of those plays in the midfield, and so
Yeah, that's the thing. You did feel that he was missing. Mota didn't have any of his long distance shots.
he tried to take one, but something went weird with it. He tried to take one.
I think it's easier when Gregory's in there. There's
Right.
It gives him a little bit more space, and he's able to take those shots. He wasn't able to do it this game, so interesting to see. And I was surprised to see that Yedlin was given the captain's band. I think it would have probably gone to somebody else, but
Yedlin's earned it. He's earned it.
Yeah.
Some funny comments in here. Eric saying I'm cold-blooded, I guess, about my conversation about Higuain and
You know Peter, Eric. You know how Peter is. He's pretty blunt about things.
Diego Marino says he needs a picture of me and Higuain. That would be one for the books.
Oh, that'd be nice. I'm gonna try to set that one up.
Yeah, and you're gonna see the biggest wimp of me going, like all
You're
happy,
the best player in the world.
You're my buddy. Yeah, exactly. I'll be. Hey, look, I'm gonna be upfront about it. I will totally be two-faced. I will say crap behind his back and be nice
be
to
his
his
pal
face.
when he's there.
100%. I will do that. Anyways, hey, let's. We've got quite a few voicemails, so let's get to some voicemails. What do you think?
Do it.
It's time for your voicemail. Hello?
Okay, that didn't.
Oh boy.
Hey, Peter and Uncle Ed and Ricky Ricardo and all the great fans. It's Italia, One World, One Goal. I left the Easter message, but you can scratch that because, of course, so much has happened since then. We've had exciting Open Cup wins. It was amazing to hear the Miami fans. I hope we can incorporate some of them and what they do into our fan groups because it was like old times between the Ultras and the aficionados and whatnot. So wanted to point out real quick a shout out to Michelle Kaufman, who has been covering Olympics, soccer, college sports, everything for years. She was one of the pioneers of women in sports. And she's been taking some garbage on Twitter because, I think they hired people to go after anybody that talks about the stadium. And every once in a while, somebody tries to get into it with me, but I just don't have the bandwidth to, good word, huh, Peter? I don't have the bandwidth to fight with these people online. We've been doing it since, oh my gosh, what year, Ed? It was like 2008 when we first started. We really thought we could get a team back. We were fighting on Facebook, fighting on Twitter, and now, of course, there's Instagram and TikTok and everything else. But the point is, we have the best fans. We provide fair and accurate coverage. Yeah, we're all homers because we live here in Miami. And we want to see the glory days of what we had with some of our previous teams. People still admire the Strikers. They admire the Fusion. They admire Miami FC twice. And some people even go way back to the Toros and the, oh my gosh, I don't even know all the names. Phil Shane is the one who knows the history of the sport better than anybody. So shout out to Michelle Kaufman. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. We fans got your back. And love you guys. Love the show.
So yeah, I heard that Billy Corbin was going after her a little bit. I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, man. He said something about, he put something up like, all Michelle Kaufman's doing is copy pasting other people's, words and that's not true journalism. And I'm like, dude, who the heck is Billy Corbin? All he does, he did a couple movies, documentaries or whatever, and he thinks he's the savior of South Florida.
Right. His documentaries are good, but it basically, he's a provocateur to some extent, and yeah, now Kata saying thoughts on Billy Corbin's video. So yeah, let's here, let's do this. Switch this off, remove Campana, and I will bring up this image just because we're going to talk about it a little bit. So we can get back to some of the other voicemails, and I'm sure some of the other voicemails will cover the game stuff. But yeah, so for those that didn't see it, Billy Corbin, he's a University of Miami fan, or he did the documentary The U. He did Cocaine Cowboys, and he puts together this video that's a hit job on Miami Freedom Park. Well-made video, of course. I mean, that's what he does. And
it's his profession, huh?
Right, and uses David Sampson as the voice of it, which was in some ways hilarious and genius, but I mean, he's the true devil of stadiums in probably of the United States. I mean, when you think of a city getting a raw deal on a stadium, just put David Sampson's face up there, and that's who he uses to talk trash about Miami Freedom Park. But my thoughts on the video was I thought it here was at first I thought it could damage the vote that's supposed to come up on Thursday. It could sway some people, but then I started thinking the other direction. That because in the video, if I remember correctly, it also came at some of the commissioners. So it came after Miami politics. And we all know that Miami politics are a bit of the banana republic, and it's challenging to get anything done in Miami. It seems like everybody wants to get their pay or whatever. But Billy Corbin coming at them, kind of making some accusations towards them, it could go the other direction where those commissioners now are like, screw you. I'm going to approve it now more than ever to prove that it's a good deal and that, this is not the Marlins deal. So
Right.
I don't know.
There were a couple of things that were on there that I thought, that wasn't accurate.
Oh, there's
So, and plus having Sampson on there just, it makes it even less credible, I think, because, he's not a person that's really liked in South Florida.
Mm-mm.
So, I think, when I saw the video, I was like, all right, so first of all, he's not entirely correct. They were talking about Melreese being a park. It's not a park. You got to pay to get in.
Right.
It's a golf course. So I guess they can call it green space. That's another thing they like talking about, green space.
It's green, but you can't access
it
unless you pay whatever, $50.
It's green and contaminated, which is another thing that they were talking about. They were saying that the moss, that
they have to do a remediation on the land, which they think they said it's going to cost somewhere in the neighborhood of like $30 million, right? Something like
and then
that.
they were saying that the team wasn't going to pay for it. They also saying that the team wasn't going to pay for the whole project, which they said they would pay for it 100%. So there's a couple contradictions. They're not saying that they're saying isn't true. But and of course, the ownership group came out with something. The team saying that the facts. They put some stuff up. I don't know if you were able to get that image, Peter, or where they were putting some of the facts. That the team was going to pay for 100%. They were going to have the largest park in South Florida that everybody can go to. And then somebody had put, I think, something in Twitter that supposedly it was going to take 10 years for them to actually build this stadium, or I think they asked for permission for up to 10 years before they actually build the park. So, and then somebody else was talking about, the team's going to give away to the city $25 million for other parks and areas in South, in Miami. They were also criticizing stuff about that. They're saying that $25 million is nothing, dude. $25 million is a lot of money for me. I think they can get a lot of stuff done, and it's a donation. So why would they say it's it's not good?
Yeah, I mean, I could see where they're saying as far as taking 10 years. I think maybe the entire project, all done, could potentially. I mean, big projects take time. I mean, there's a big project next to Sawgrass Mills Mall that here in Broward, where they wanted, this company came in, they're calling it what, Metropica, I think it is. And they so far they've built a high-rise condo, but they're wanting to build like a little mini urban central downtown feeling out in the middle of the suburbs in Broward County. And that project, now this is before COVID, they said beginning to end would take 10 years. So I mean, that's to a big project would take some time. Just the stadium alone would take at minimum 2 years to build, right, especially with the remediation that has to happen. So yeah, it's going to take time, but yeah, a lot of. So anyways, Ed, I wanted, there was an article in the Sun Sentinel that was written, and basically the article is simple. 100% welcome. David Beckham's soccer club may keep thriving in Fort Lauderdale if Miami deal fails. So basically, this article is saying, hey, look, if it doesn't work out in Miami, you can continue calling Fort Lauderdale your home permanently, and wow. The city of Fort Lauderdale opens their arms wide. There's even a conversation of, do they change their name to Enter Fort Lauderdale? All kinds of silly things like that, which I guess is not that silly if they ended up having to do something like that. Now, everything we hear, we have some contacts, within the organization, and everything we hear is Moss says there is no plan B. It's Miami or nothing. They will make this happen. It sounds like he's positive that this vote on Thursday will happen and will be positive for them. But you got to love the fact that Fort Lauderdale comes out at the right moment, right after this video comes out, and says, "You're welcome to stay here." And right. But here's my thought about that: is if Inter Miami not wanted to, but felt like they had no other choice but to stay in Fort Lauderdale, I think Moss would still want to. I mean, he had a vision when he bought this club. He had a vision for not just a soccer team, but and this is what that video got right. But for a real estate deal, the video did call out saying this is just a real estate deal. Well, yeah, to some extent, yeah, it is. But that's smart business. That's smart business, having a soccer team and having the field, and then all the other stuff. Like if you have a bad year with your soccer team, all the other stuff is going to make you successful. I mean, that's just smart business. He didn't become a billionaire for nothing. So I would think if he was going to stay in Fort Lauderdale, he'd want to do something similar there. And now they've got the training facility and they've got the stadium. Now they would have to enhance the stadium if you want to call that your permanent. But they would not be able to do any of the other things unless they bought up some of the land. And there's no land. Bought up some of the businesses that are right across the street from the stadium. And that may be kind of impossible. There's a lot of body shops that are there. I know there's an animal clinic that's there. There's businesses that have been there for a long time. It's an industrial area. I could see him if he wanted to make Fort Lauderdale really work in the same way that Miami Freedom Park is going to work, he would have to buy these businesses out and buy their land, and that may be tough.
Yeah. It'd be such a headache to try to get all that land around there, just to try to make that vision that they have in Miami. But they still also own, Peter, that land that's by. Overtown. What's it called? Overtown.
Or is it Overtown? It's Overtown, right?
I think it's Overtown. Yeah.
But that land, but that land's the same problem. It's literally just barely big enough for a stadium. I think if I remember correctly, it was like 9 acres. I mean, it's like small.
It's enough for a stadium, and
that's it. So he would be in the same situation where if he wants to build his little park or his businesses, other businesses, the hotel, the tech hub that he wants to build. There was talk about like some sort of soccer museum of some sort. Wasn't that mentioned too at some point? Yeah. So he wants to build all that stuff. he's going to be in the same situation at that Overtown location, have to buy some of the other things around there.
I wish I would have recorded the part where Jorge Mas was talking on ESPN about this, the vote that's coming up, and he was very positive that it was going to go through. He wasn't as positive. I talked to him when I was in Austin, and seeing his other interviews that we've had before this last one on ESPN, he didn't seem too sure. But now it seems like perhaps they've got confidence that it's going to actually pass on Thursday. Hopefully it'll actually happen on Thursday, because it's been moved back to already a couple of times.
And that's one of my concerns is will it happen? Will that somebody say, like, well, in light of this recent video, we now need more time to review, or like I said, does it go the 100% the opposite direction and backfire on them? I'm not sure how that would go. I'm looking, Ed, right now.
Okay.
For some of that. Okay, here it is.
And you were able to find, what is it, an article or?
No. It's the Miami Freedom Park facts that you were talking about.
Okay, cool.
Talking about. So I can pull that up right in here. Boom. And
there we go.
Make that go away. So yeah, some of the facts that you were talking about is that these are things that Billy Corbin said it was not, right?
Right.
They it's 100% privately financed. This is something that they kept talking about, is that Inter Miami is trying to get land that was, the estimate of the price of that land was done in 2018, and now here we are, 2022. They want them to look at that land again and get like what today's value is of that land. Well, as is, according to this, we're already paying 57% over fair market value. So it didn't go up 57%. So, in those few years. So I would imagine they're still paying more than what it's worth.
Yeah. And
right?
Remember, Peter, yeah. So the rent's going to be definitely a lot higher than what the guys at Mel Reese are paying right now. I don't remember exactly how much they were paying, but I think it was around $300,000.
I don't know, but here it says the rent over the terms of the lease, which is 99 years, $2.67 billion in rent to the city.
Wow.
Miami Freedom Park will contribute $6.3 billion in tax revenue over the term of the lease. So,
that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
But people are complaining because they probably don't think that's enough. But that's a lot more money than they're getting right now.
Deuster brings up a good point here and saying, guys, also, we need to pay attention to what's going on with the Overtown land. It's close to starting getting heavily penalized for not fulfilling agreements made with the county for the sale of the land. Yeah, there were some agreements made that they're going to have to try to delay, start paying some penalties.
Yeah, well, I think it's also because they need to see what's actually going to happen with Miami Freedom Park. If that goes through, then I'm sure they're going to figure out something that they're going to do with that land. But for now, everything is set for Miami Freedom Park. Hopefully, crossing our fingers, this happens, Peter.
Yeah. I'm not upset if it takes a long time and stays in Broward. It's convenient for me, but for the health of the club, for the long-term success of the club, this needs to happen.
Yeah.
So let's hope it happens. Anyways, why don't we get back to a couple voicemails, Ed? I think the voicemails are probably going to go back and take us back to the activity today. Hang on a second. Why is this doing this? Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's America's favorite uncle, Uncle Ned. And you know what Uncle Ned always says, boys and girls and germs. Fam, fam, fam. Damn.
Has he been drinking?
Sounds like it.
Shout out to my guys, Peter Brown and Uncle Ed. But all I got to say is shout out to Leonard effing Bell. Leonard effing Bell.
Leonard Bell.
Yo, we got a potential. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but he is a regular paid MLS player that is playing well above what he's getting paid. We have a potential DP. Now,
A little early.
I know it's only, 9 games in? This is week 8 or week 9? It's either 8 or 9 games in, but I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I know you guys are loving what you're seeing, 2 out of them. 6 goals across 5 games. Excuse me, actually, no. It's actually 6 goals for the year, but in the past, I think 5 games he scored about 5 goals, including the U.S. Open Cup game last Tuesday. But this guy is bossing opposing defenses, and if you look at him, he's actually active even on defense. He's active. He's running. He's moving. And if he doesn't give you goals, he also gives you assists. He's got an assist today and a goal. So, Leonardo Campana, thank God. I don't know who scouted this guy directly. I don't know if it's Henderson or maybe Phil saw something or whatever. But thank God this guy wanted to come to Miami. That's the key. He wanted to come here because his family vacation out here. But, Miami is on a roll. I'm loving what I'm seeing. And to be completely honest, I don't want to be fatalistic, but Higuain looks like he's injured again. I hate to say this. That might actually be a good thing for us. I'm not going to go too crazy, but that might actually be a good thing for us because I didn't like what I saw out of, Gonzalo. He started whining and complaining again. And, look, bro, you're just not fast enough anymore. You're not fast enough. Your moves aren't good enough. You're declining, and that's one thing about players that were great. When they start declining, they don't want to get off the damn pitch or off the court or off the field. But anyway, I'm loving what I'm seeing, guys. Love you guys. Have a great evening. Go celebrate. Go enter Miami. Peace.
We need to get some of what Eric is, or Uncle Ned is drinking there, Ed. I think we need to get some of that.
Yeah, man. He's definitely always on something. I think he's drinking something good, and he's very excited. I think like everybody else is that we're starting to get that win, and I like how he calls him Leonard Bell.
Yes, explain.
Leonardo Campana. Campana means bell. So it's funny because I was telling Jorge Mas Jr. I was like, man, why don't you guys play that song, Ring My Bell? Every time he scores, ring my bell, ring my bell. Yes, I can't sing, guys.
Well, you told me last night you can sing, so let's.
Well, I don't know, sing
again.
that song.
Let's try that again. Or how about? There's better bell songs, Ed. Okay,
there are.
Let's go down this. Two come to my mind right off the bat.
Oh, okay. Do it.
All right.
Which one?
There's For Whom the Bell Tolls, which is Metallica.
Oh.
Nice rockin' song. Or then there's Hell's Bells. Come on.
Nice.
There's nothing better than an AC/DC song that starts off
Peter.
with the AC/DC song. You don't even have to play the song. People know. You just hear the bell, the gong, gong, and then you hear the riff, coming in. That's all.
Wow,
Hell's
dude,
Bells.
we should make a video out of this. The songs for Campana's goals. Just
Deuster's getting in on the bell talk.
Jingle. Well, that could work too.
Only in December.
There's a lot of songs with bell in it. So, guys, you got any more ideas? Maybe we'll make a video with all the songs we could use for Campana's scoring.
Only 2 came to mind right away, but I think, in my opinion, Hell's Bells is because he's giving them hell. I think that's the winner.
I like it.
I think that's the winner.
I don't know, but Jingle Bells is up there, man.
Jingle Bells is funny.
So yeah, if you guys have any more bell songs, put them in the comments, and maybe we'll do a video out of that.
I was looking to see if I had a bell noise because I have some noises. I wasn't sure if I had a bell noise. I don't. This is the closest I can come maybe to a bell.
Well, what about a horn?
That's a triangle. But that's.
Yeah. There you go.
That's not a bell, though. That's not a bell.
Right, yeah, it's in the family, I guess.
I mean, this is in the family. But this is a sound effect when Higuain's playing. That's about it. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, fun. It was a fun day. Fun day and it looks like Uncle Ned partook in some. All right, looks like we have another call back here. Let's listen.
Oh,
this is a short one. No, it's not him. It's not him doing part 2. Not yet, at least. Give him time.
Woohoo! It's Italia calling back because we won again 3 times in 1 week and 4 in a row for the first time ever. And of course, I said Phil Neville was good. I'm like one of the few people that said that. Well, we all kind of said it, and then everyone kind of dodged the question. But now Phil Neville looks like a genius. I'm just saying.
Genius.
Okay, love you guys. Love the show.
See, this goes back to, Ed, what I was saying. Let's not get too excited. Let's not say all of a sudden he's a genius and everything's all fixed and we're all good.
Just 4 games away. Peter Brown was calling for his head.
I mean, we got a pretty good thumbnail out of it.
It was a good one.
It's one of my better thumbnails. I'll tell you that.
With the guillotine going, you guys could check it out.
Yeah.
Was it like 4 shows ago? I think it was.
Yeah.
Check it out, guys.
But when One World was talking, I was just thinking, have you been to a game yet? One World, One Goal? I don't think you've been to a game.
Yeah. What's the big idea? As a matter of fact, I wasn't able to go to these games. I could have given you the tickets.
Right. And I was looking for the chat, but somebody in the chat was saying, and I can't find it right now. Oh, here it is. Diego Marino was saying the whole chat has to meet up, have beers at the stadium. Any takers?
Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let's meet up at the Heineken bar.
Yeah, they specifically would want One World, One Goal there, I think, being a popular lady of the chat. So, yeah. It's easy to do it at get into the stadium early and, meet us at the Heineken bar.
We're always there, guys.
Yeah. Like me, I like to get in. I was in the stadium, so the game started at 1. I was in the stadium by 11:30, and I did tweet out a couple pictures that, at other games at 11:30, at an hour and a half before the game time, there's people there. There's people milling about. The place was a ghost town. I was like the only one there, sitting there enjoying a beer. But at the Heineken bar is good, unless we decide at some point that maybe we need to do some sort of tailgate or something like that. But, let's start off at the Heineken bar and just people stop by. One World, One Goal needs to be at a game. Needs to show up to a game. And if it's hey, I don't have a ticket, let's talk, because we generally have an available ticket.
We for the most part we do have an extra ticket, and
we're not just giving them away to anybody. But One World, One Goal is very supportive.
She's like family.
Yes, exactly.
Known her for
forever.
Such a long time.
Right. All right, let's go to some more voicemails. We just got another one that came in.
What a difference only a few weeks can make. A couple weeks.
Yankee.
It's your boy Yankee Yank.
From
First
Maryland.
off, got to give my shout out to the First Lady of NASCAR and South Florida Futbol One World. Got to give a shout out to Old School Baldwin and America's Uncle. Uncle, fam, a damn. Next, got to give mad love out. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's good to be good. It's also good to be a little bit lucky after seeing so many things go against your team. Being able to see you guys escape with the win that you got today, when sometimes, quite honestly, your defense let you down. And I'm not slamming a 17-year-old kid. The kid got turned. He reacted. It's not his fault. VAR decided it's not a penalty. And let's talk about the Ecuatoriano. Mr. You can ring my bell. Campana. Dude has been on fire. The assist that he had for the goal. Yeah, he could have said to himself, I'm hot, so I'm just going to take that one myself. But no, he sees his teammate open. He slides the ball. Duke finishes off. right now, you guys, I'm telling you, it looks like some things are turning. So you just keep riding it till the wheels fall off. Holler at you later, players.
Miss that. Miss him, man. It's good to
Yeah,
have
we
him
do.
back in the fold. And, you know, it's funny is Yankee is another one of those guys that's been with us forever, and we've never met him.
Yeah, we gotta meet.
At least I don't
Yankee
think we
boy.
have.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever met him. I'm trying to remember back. I don't think there was ever.
Not in person.
No, and he's a I would say a South Florida fan. He's got South Florida interest. You know, like I think DC United's his team. Just like, but like, you know, we've got several people in this that watch our show all the time that are not fans of Inter Miami but enjoy the show, and he's always been a fan of whatever we do and participated in whatever we do heavily. So
Back
he's
in
another
our
one that
podcast days.
yeah, he ended up
He had
being
a section.
yeah, kind of a third member of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we gotta meet Yankee someday.
Yeah, Yank, when you come down, let us know, man. We'll get you a ticket as well because you're like family as well, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's becoming a family. But yeah, I like that idea, man. Let's all meet at the Heineken bar next game.
Yeah, it seems like that's
We'll
catching
definitely
some people are catching on. I saw Chris Arjun says, I will be in for a pregame meet. Count me in. And so yeah, there's Kata saying awesome, a meetup. Yeah, and like I said, we could do it low key at least in the beginning and just meet at the Heineken bar. It's easy, and if for whatever reason we feel like we want to do something better someday, we could do that. But let's start off small and easy. No real big commitments. Just show up and share a beer.
Yeah, let's do it. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, Eric was calling me out a little bit. Yeah, here he is. He says, I'm in a Football Miami TV meetup, but Peter Brown is a little too shy and too awkward, Ed, buddy. And there is some truth to that because specifically, I'm not good at going up to just strangers and just going, excuse me, would you like to give your opinion on my video? I don't like doing that.
I am, though.
I don't like doing that. But I have no problem with once you or Eric has gone and done that to go shove a microphone in their face and talk to them. And I don't think Esteban can correct me, but I don't think I was awkward today when meeting Esteban. I think I was okay. But I sometimes am a little awkward in when I meet people. I am sometimes socially awkward. I will admit that. I am sometimes when you go to a gathering, the one that will sit in the corner by myself and just it's just me.
Do his thing. But the reason why Campana is Jose Velasquez is saying the reason why Campana is playing good is because he wants to be in the World Cup, and that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah,
he knows that the only way they're going to call him up, Ecuador's going to the World Cup. He hasn't played much for the Ecuadorian national team, and the only way that he's going to go is if he keeps scoring goals. Ecuador does not. They only have one forward, I believe it's Caicedo. That's that's an actual number 9, and so they have space for another center forward. I think he would be ideal. He's got the size. He's scoring goals. But it was one of the positions that I think Ecuador needs, and he would be ideal for that. So the only thing I could say is that if he needs to score 20 goals, that's going to seal his passport. If not, he's going to stay with us.
Yeah, and actually there was a guy commented on one of our last week, one of our videos. I think the one of the vlogs, I think. And he's a Wolves fan, and he was asking if we think we will keep him. And my thought was just simply, I wrote to him that if he keeps playing like he is, I hope so. I have no inside information as far as if they would buy him, but
he's scoring, Peter, and Wolves might be like
they might want him back.
And they
might
own
want him
him
back.
as it is. So if I were them, I'd be all right. This kid's hot, and especially if he goes to the World Cup, they'll want him back. I think they're not going to give him to us. If he keeps doing what he's doing and goes to the World Cup.
Esteban got my back. Says, "Nah, I did not find Peter awkward at all. he was quite talkative with me and even called me out for having a Tiger shirt and not an Inter Miami jersey on. See, yeah.
Why would he have a Tiger shirt on?
I don't know. Went to an Inter Miami game, didn't wear black or pink, and but at least he went to Cane's Wear and bought him some stuff afterwards.
There you
so now
go.
next game he can be properly dressed.
And meet up with us. It's like I want to meet him at the next game. We can all meet up at the Heineken bar.
Oh, and One World, One Goal is commenting on the shirt that I'm wearing today. She likes this shirt. Let me move that. This is the free shirt that they gave away today. This is the Publix shirt. It's got Publix on the back. This was the free shirt they gave away. So I was able to grab two, one for me, one for my wife. Ed, you should have been there so you could get one as well. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
It happens.
So anyways, all right, let's get back.
It's time for your voicemail.
I didn't mean to play that again. We're gonna go just give us another 5 minutes maybe, and let's listen to these other voicemails. If you got to bail, Ed, that's fine.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm here till the end.
Uncle Ted Serrano from Peter Brightline Train, Miami, Florida, Broward County, and here are my thoughts on the game. I want to say that pitch on Tuesday in the U.S. Open Cup game was terrible. Miami FC should be embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. Campana with the goal there. But let's talk about today's game before I run out of time, as I usually do. Campana is now a star. He's a bona fide star. I really enjoy watching him play now. I was at the game for the first time. I saw both Peter and Ed there. Oh, wait. No. I saw Peter there. I was looking for Ed, couldn't find him. But let's see. Bryce Duke, I enjoyed seeing him come on as a sub. I'm not even talking about the goal. That was just what happened. But I like that he pressed and he disrupted the other team. Emerson Rodriguez, I really enjoyed seeing him on the left-hand side. He's terrible when he's on the right hand. He started last week against Miami FC on the right. He was abysmal. But when they moved him to the left in that game, he was great. And today he was great as a sub, dribbling through people, taking people on. Marsman kept kicking the ball out of bounds, and I started getting really frustrated. He would put his hands up sorry guys, my bad. But it happened over and over and over. Come on, man. You can't just, it was every time we'd have a goal kick, it was just automatic lost possession. Jean Mata, solid as usual. I like that he knows what to do with the ball when he gets it. He's not he might turn it over occasionally, but it's not like the other guys where it's almost, some of the other players, it almost seems like when they complete a pass, it's a miracle. It's too bad that Gregory didn't get to play today because he's a little bit better than Mo Adams usually is. Although Mo Adams wasn't bad, by the way, today. Mabika and Lowe were solid, per usual. Yedlin and Ariel Lassiter are both good. They both will make a great play, but then they'll make 4 or 5 dumb plays in a row. What? Sometimes Yedlin, I don't understand his passes. But obviously he's a very talented player, or else he wouldn't be, playing so long in Europe and, obviously for USA. Let's see. I don't even know what to say. I thought that Gonzalo Higuain came in he actually looked pretty good as a sub in the last 10 minutes of the game. And if he wants to be a super sub, if he'll have a positive attitude, he had a really nice pass, to Ariel Lassiter, I think it was. I think he's probably still, him and Campana are the most talented people on the team. He doesn't have the work ethic. He might not have the attitude. He might not be able to.
And then he gets cut off. Yeah, some good points there. Back to his comment about the FIU stadium. Man, that was a fun game to go to. I went to that game as well. Ed was not there either, and they won.
There's a pattern there.
That field is horrendous. And I know it's a football field and all that, but it is time to change the turf. If you're going to use fake grass, you need some new fake grass. That turf looks horrible.
They probably haven't changed it since they made that stadium. When did they make that stadium?
I don't know, but it's been a while.
It wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, it's not that old, but you got to change those fields out every once in a while. So
right.
Esteban coming to my defense again, saying Eric Thomas is just busting my chops. I know. That's what he does. I'm used to it. I play along. And Sebastian Sapita writes, what I noticed in the Inter-Miami game today was that in the middle of the field, I saw the Miami Hurricanes badge. And maybe you're wondering why. That's because they played their spring preseason game there. It was a tradition for a long time for Miami Hurricanes to play at the old Lockhart Stadium for one preseason game. And that's what they did. I don't even know who they played, but it was sold out. It was last weekend, and it was sold out. I know our friends from Caneswear were there because they tweeted a bunch of pictures. So, that's their number one thing is the Hurricanes football team. So, they were there. And, they did a pretty good job of removing the lines and the badge, but it was still there a little bit. All right, let's keep going. You took the time to send us a voicemail. I want to be able to play it. So we're going to go a little long, just a few more minutes.
Hey, Peter, Uncle Ed, this is Wiseman over here. I'm just saying, good game, you guys. It was awesome watching the crowd and everything. More vibrant than I haven't seen in a long time. But you already know what it is, man. Bad game for us, good game for y'all. But I really hope that this helps turn the corner into Miami because I really didn't like Higuain.
All right, that was short. Even though for this southern leg of MLS, it's more fun when we're all good. Right. So, I have a little fun teasing that we beat up on Atlanta. But you know what? We've lost plenty of games and I want to celebrate a little and just have a little fun with it. But when Atlanta's good, the league is better. Right. When one day when we're good, I think it's better for the league because, we've got a bigger brand right now than we do a team. And so we need to live up to that brand now. And I'll even throw in Orlando because to make a good rivalry, it helps when all three of the teams are good. So all three teams from this kind of southern, and then I maybe even throw in Charlotte. It's still considered the South, but I really consider the main rivalry Atlanta, Orlando, and Miami. And it's going to be more fun when we're all good and playing well and all firing on all cylinders.
Yeah. Peter, did Orlando win? I don't know if did you see that game at all?
No, not yet. I'm not sure.
They had a double header, but I wasn't able to see.
I think that was the ESPN game, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have that. I don't
actually. Look at this, man. Okay. They lost at home 3-0 to the New York Red Bulls.
Oh, did Morgan score?
How you like them apples? I'll tell you right now. Lewis Morgan was the best, 8.3 rating. He scored, he was the player of the game. And, he scored the third goal. Yeah, he scored off a penalty.
Oh, okay. All right.
But he was the player of the game. So that'll tell you everything right there. We really miss Lewis Morgan. He was one of our best players. It really broke our hearts to see him leave, but that's just how soccer is, and we had to deal with it.
All right,
other scores we got. I was going to tell you, Cincinnati lost in Cincinnati against LAFC, and New York City FC beat Toronto 5-4.
Eric is saying, don't forget Nashville. Will we really throw Nashville into this kind of like little rivalry of the South? I don't know. It's Southern, but I don't know if I would really. I'm thinking like the Southeast. Those, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Well, but they came into yesterday.
They came into the league with us, so that makes them a bit of a rival, just in that we came into the league together. But they lost too. All right.
They lost 1-0 to the Galaxy yesterday.
All right. Let's play the last voicemail. This is the last voicemail of the day. It's 15 seconds long. It's short, and so if any more come in, next week.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna take a hard take right now and just say, honestly, it's super good. Yeah, 4 games unbeaten, whatever. But let's be realistic. this team is not playing well.
All right, that was his take. Yeah, well, like we said a few times before, I think we can't get overexcited that all things are fixed, everything's back. We're now gonna. I saw somebody asked in the chat if we thought if we would make the playoffs. I think it's way too early because we were really bad and we didn't just all of a sudden become world beaters. We've got a little luck going in our way right now. But sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Maybe it takes me not going to the game so we continue to win.
Yeah, but you got to think of this. I mean, he was coming down pretty hard, I think, on the team that they're just not good. I look at it like we just want to make forward progress. The previous management did a poor job putting together the team. So now we've got new management in, and I'm talking about Chris Henderson, not so much Phil Neville, even though he's new as well. But there's big question marks on Phil Neville. But we've got to give Henderson time, and on top of that, Henderson comes in and he gets hit with some sanctions, and so now we're playing with less money, and so just seeing forward progress. And hey, even if the games aren't all beautiful, they're still wins, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. So to me, it's still forward progress. But let's just not get overexcited because we may get slapped in the face up in New England. They are in a slump, and I don't think they will be in a slump for long. I think Bruce Arena knows what he's doing.
He definitely does.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think they're right for a win, and it could be against us. But for today, let's have fun and celebrate a win.
Yeah, let's enjoy this. Hopefully, we can make it the next week. We'll make the 5 games in a row that we're winning. Let's keep going, Inter Miami, and don't Phil, don't change the lineup, man. I think we're doing good the way we're playing right now, and we need to keep racking up them points.
Last thing, let's end on this. Esteban says, Peter, here's a solution. Start giving away Ed's season tickets on a weekly basis, and Inter Miami FC does not lose any game for the entire season. What do you think, Ed?
Wow. I don't know. I don't know about that, but I want to go back to the games. It was circumstance, I tell you. Circumstance. So, yeah. I need to get going back to the games, but I'm afraid of going, dude, because what if I step in that stadium and we lose?
Right. Well, anyways, it was, thanks so much, everybody, for playing along today. Chat was very active. I was seeing the number of viewers. We had a nice live viewership today as we're broadcasting in 3 places. Again, we're broadcasting on my personal Facebook page just because I can't, with the software right now, unless I upgrade something, I can't do it onto the Football Miami TV page. But we're also broadcasting on Twitter and also here on YouTube. So broadcasting in 3 different places seems to be helping.
And Facebook too, right?
You're but on Facebook, but only on my personal. You got to be, I guess, friends with me in order to see it. Mm-hmm. But look me up. I'll if you're a viewer, I'll
Peter Brown, written weirdly.
Yeah,
not the usual Peter, but
no.
Pieter.
Correct.
Weird.
Yeah, grandfather was from Holland. So So anyway,
such background.
Yes. That's why I'm a fan of Marsman. It's my boy.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Well, anyways, hey, and thanks so much for all the positive support you guys have been giving on these vlogs. Trying something different. In all honesty, I've watched a lot of like Disney vlogs, and so I'm kind of ripping off the style and the way they do it, but putting it in our soccer world. And seems to be you guys are liking it, and I appreciate all the comments and all the views that you guys are giving those. We'll look to do more of them. Maybe even consider upgrading the camera or something like that, so it sounds better and all that kind of stuff. But appreciate everybody being here and live with us. And if you're not tuning in live, what the hell are you waiting for? So meet us here Sunday nights at 7 p.m. and be a part of the chat, be active and interactive. Go ahead.
And meet us at the stadium too. We're usually at the Heineken bar. So
next home game,
right before the game. Mm-hmm.
Next home game. is next home game. Technically, the next home game is against South Georgia for the Open Cup, but that may be hard for a lot of people. So the next home game, for sure, MLS game, is May 14th. So it's a little because we got a couple road games. May 14th against DC United. So meet us at the Heineken Bar. I'll be at the Georgia game as well. But that the Open Cup game on Tuesday, I'm sure maybe a little harder for some people to get to. But the May 14th game, I'm assuming it was a weekend. I don't know what May 14th is, but I assume it's a Saturday or Sunday. And that game is at 8 p.m. So yeah, meet us at the Heineken Bar there. And we'll get there early, and we will hang out. It'll be fun. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And, oh, my God, I can't find my mouse. Where's my mouse? Oh, here it is.
No.
We will
Mickey
see
Mouse.
We will see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much.